Hello fantasy faithfuls and welcome to Jared Goff's Fantasy Snapshot. In 2019, Goff will be facing a group of teams that last year gave up 277.5 fantasy points to quarterbacks, 8th most in the NFL, with 11.2 yards per completion and 27 passing touchdowns on average.
All game tonight. First down, LA going for the whole thing. Cooks. Touchdown, LA.
Breaking down his passing, first things first, I love the amount of passes that he throws to the short left. This is always the first thing I look for, and if it's above 28%, you have my attention. However, I don't like the 22% over the short middle, as I want that number to be lower than 18%. However, he is very accurate on throws over the short middle, so I'm okay with it. But really like that he has 84% completion rate to the short left, and deep middle looks good, but with lack of throws there, the zone becomes irrelevant over an entire season. With the yards per completion is where Goff turns my attention into affection. 10.2 yards per completion to our most used zone, we have high completion rate too. That is all I want. The average here is 8.9 yards, so he's well above that, and will be a huge weapon for him. He does have to work on his deep zone accuracy to take the next step though. The opponent that fits his strengths the best is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They give up 10.6 yards per completion, and opposing quarterbacks had a completion rate of 84% in the short left zone, so be sure to start him in DFS for that game. Goff's one-game floor is 9 points and ceiling 26.6 based on the last 3 years. This ranks as the 18th highest floor and 8th highest ceiling for quarterbacks, which to me screams DFS more than seasonal. The likeliness of him scoring above the ceiling and booming is decent at 2.5, while his bust risk is low at 0.8%, so there's almost no scenario where he's outside the span between his floor and ceiling. That's at least good for stability. His touchdown rate last year was 5.7%, 10th highest in the league, and is right on average with his previous performances, so I expect him to stay roughly the same. Based on my market share study, I have him projected for 519 pass attempts and for 34 quarterback runs in 2019. I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. His interception rate was 2.3% last year, which was the 16th highest in the league. His sack rate was 6.9%, so he has found a good middle ground of throwing it away while not taking unnecessary sacks, a good trend for not giving away points while not taking hits. I like that a lot. Goff had very high highs and very low lows, which is not uncommon for a young quarterback. He should have been started 6 weeks out of 15, which is alright, just not good in a position with this much competition. The situation breakdown for Goff shows just how much he fluctuates depending on the situation. He scores way more points at home than he does on the road. Then he doesn't make too much of a difference depending on the defense's inclination to give points to quarterbacks. To finish it off, with scoring way less against teams with a losing record. Goff had 106 red zone attempts in 2018, second most in the league, and with those attempts he scored 23 touchdowns, which is not great at all. His success rate of 22% is 4% below league average, but with a decent completion rate, with only 2 interceptions, we can assume that he'll be a sure red zone bet in 2019 as well, with some positive regression. The average risk of him not scoring above 15 fantasy points last year was 35.9%. This is above the 35% benchmark I've drawn, meaning that if you're above this, you're more of a deep league DFS type quarterback. The position is too competitive to start a high risk guy week in and week out in a 10 or 12 team league. Based on his current ADP of 110th overall and all the numbers I laid out in this video, I give him a draft grade of B+. I love his passing patterns, but I'm scared of his scoring fluctuations. The price you pay for him is alright. If I can wait a round or two more and get him, I'll be extremely happy.
Under a minute and a half to go, quarter number 3. Seam throw, Woods, touchdown!
Hello fantasy faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.